didn't see you there. Just joking. I pressed the button. Welcome, YouTube community. This is a bunch of different ways you can split wood. So let's get started. So I usually take this stick right here and I measure, you can see it, between the back and the blade right here. So when I cut the logs are all even and they'll fit on my wood splitter and I don't have to worry about it. You give yourself a little play because you don't want it exactly in, so you know, a couple inches, about 3 inches probably, I don't know, let's see. If I had to guess, 3 or 4 inches. So, but when you're cutting a log and it comes down to the very end, you have two choices. Either 2 short ones or 1 long one split by hand if it can fit in your wood stove. So I got, this one's too long. As you can see, I already split it, but we'll use it as an example. First way to split it, get yourself a nice splitting maul. I like, this is a 6-pound head on this splitting maul with a steel bar welded to it, so it's a little heavier. And let's see here. But you know, if you miss, you won't break your handle or anything like that. It's solid. So this is your first method. All right, let's get some space. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's a tough one. See it bouncing off? But it's gonna go. It's gonna go. There we go. Nice. All right. The next way of splitting wood is, let me back this thing up. I got the auto zoom on my camera. We're gonna see how that works out. Is doing with the wedges. So if you have a splitting maul and you just have a really tough piece with branches, or it's the base of a tree where it's really, really tough, you're gonna use some wedges plus your splitting maul. But let's just say you just have wedges and a hammer. But if you do have a splitting maul, sometimes I like to put the little divot of where I'm gonna put the wedge. So I'll just split this outer edge like this instead of doing like the pie cuts. I'll do a flat piece, see if that'll break off easier for me. Just for demonstration purposes. So I got my little crack there. Now I'm going to hammer in this wedge. Look at that. Now, see how that wedge is in there and I could pull it out and you see how it's kind of closed shut? Well, some of these trees have a lot of energy stored in them. You don't want to have your fingers in this crack and you pull that wedge out and it shut. You never want to do that. You never want to have your hand in a crack while hammering it, like if you weren't paying attention, because you could push over and crush your finger. So, look at that. Nice little flat piece. Right on the edge. Usually if you're doing it with like a hammer, small hammer, I kind of nick away at it like this. Sometimes you can crack right here. So I'll do a little there and right here. Look at that. Pop off another little piece. But let's say you're feeling strong. Let's go right down the middle. Alright, we got it set, right? But we're feeling strong. So we're gonna up to a bigger hammer. We're gonna, let's say those little pieces. They're too small for your stove. Some people, perfect. So you tap it in. We just did that. And then you use your hammer. Oh, look at that. Shot out. That happens. You got to be very careful. I'm glad that actually happened because it happens a lot. I missed it, is what happened. So tap it in a little better. You don't have to swing hard. You can go like this, but it's fun swinging hard because it's one-shotter, you know? Again, see where that is? You don't want your fingers in there. Just in case. So look at that. 2 big chunks. So those are your old-fashioned go-to ways. And now we have the log splitter. Same rule apply. When it's splitting, never have your hand in a crack as the blade's retracting. It'll close down on your finger. If you don't lose it, it'll feel like you lost it. So let's fire this thing up. I also like to keep a machete with me, sometimes just to hit the little stubborn pieces that are holding 2 already split pieces together. And then also, if you have your wood and it's dirty in the dirt, and let's say you have like a dirt patch of where the log was laying and there's rocks and it's frozen in there, I like to chip away with the bark or whatever, the dirt around it, before I cut it with the saw, because you don't want any dirt or rocks hitting your chain. You will dull it in seconds. So let me bring you in closer on this right here. So as the blade is retracting, you don't want your hand in here, even if you think it's already split, because if with that closed shut, man, will that hurt. And sometimes you'll have like a branch growing in here and they'll be energized. So when it's cutting, this part right here, I don't know if I just, nope, I didn't split it all the way. This part right here will shoot off in that direction, like a big pop, bang, pop, shoot off. So you kind of want to stand over here to be wary. I did stand right there for the video, but you want to stand back in case it does shoot off that way for your safety. And again, you never want your hands here, in front of there, or in any crack. It could be an existing crack. Just kind of always know where your fingers are. So it always pays to be safe. If you think it's tough now, it's going to be really tough if you're injured. So that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. And everybody have a great rest of your day.